Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Hey, Carolyn. Hey, sweetheart. If we can get some people on, we're gonna have a good conversation today. So, justice for Kanika. We have still been digging. We have not given up. We won't give up. We're still in the race. Hey, Tania. What is it, Tania? Hey, Nana. We are still in the race. Just in case anybody wondered, we are still in the race. Justice for Kanika. I'm saying that to be funny, but we still searching for answers. We have not given up, and actually things have become so much clearer within these last couple days. You know, the dots are starting to connect. Everything we said even before has been confirmed or is being confirmed. Um, it's just everything is looking up. Everything is looking up. So keep praying, keep hoping, stay in faith. But I want to get some more viewers on before I go into this deep discussion because y'all see the title. It's called Feed the Beast. You got to feed the beast. And I'll go further into what I mean by feed the beast. Okay. And this should, after we finish, this should actually answer our question, why KJ? Okay. This right here should answer our question, why KJ? Okay, you can keep watching all the footages, you can keep watching the lives over and over again, but that's not going to give you the answer that I'm getting ready to give you today. The YKJ. That won't give you the YKJ. You have to actually step outside of those, evaluate her life, evaluate her surroundings, evaluate what led up into this point in order to get that answer, why KJ. So right now, our last lab we did, and we kind of talked about the Martin family. Okay, I wanted to do my next lab and kind of extend that some more because I had, some more information I wanted to present to y'all and prove to y'all that this family is under attack. This family have been under attack. This family have been at war for over 10 years from what I've seen so far. This family have been at war for maybe longer than that. Um, and just with going back and forth, with losing men in the family, either to prison or to death. So I wanted to present some more stuff to y'all, but I really had a strong feeling like the Lord was telling me that was enough. You know, um, and you guys have to go back and just kind of like peep everything out, look into their life, and but at this point I have to move forward. I have to move forward because it's a lot of information that we need to be aware of regarding Kanika's life, regarding her affiliation with these people, regarding these people affiliation with higher ups and hotels and things like that. So it's so much to uncover, you know. all of the lives I've been doing lately, I've been leaving them up so you can go back and watch them and kind of compare them with the notes that you already have. So I'm not going to do a continuation of that, but just pretty much go on the family page, and just see for yourself that the family is really under siege, and they have been for a while. Okay. And this is the reason why Teresa isn't really speaking, or how could I say this, or really going against any of these people, in front of you guys. This is the reason why. Okay, so this is something that you actually have to go in there and see for yourself and really get that feeling like, yeah, something is up. How come her cousins is gone? How come, uncles is gone? You just have to go and see a pattern for yourself with your own eyes. Okay. Um, so I want to say that, hey, Angelina, Siobhan, hey, Siobhan, hey, girl. Y'all know I get to talking, and sometimes I get to talking. I don't really look in the chat. Okay, so what I'm getting ready to really show y'all today is really simple. And we pretty much have gone over it. We pretty much have covered it before. We pretty much seen it before. But I'm just gonna show it to you guys again. I'm gonna give you guys at this you should have a firm belief that it was a setup. And this right here should be your why. Okay, this right here should be your why. All right, I wanted to say I wanted to go into the Jenkins side of the family after I did the Martin side of the family. But like I told you guys, and I'm so strong on it, it's even being proven right now. Um, that family is it's a lot of stuff that just been withheld from the public. So it's not much you can really piece together when it comes to that family. But what I have seen is that family is, very huge. And I don't believe Kanika probably had a relationship with, a lot of her cousins. That's why we seeing a lot of Jenkins on Facebook and on social media, but we can't really connect them with Kanika. I have a lot of cousins on my dad's side that you probably, if you search for me on Facebook, you couldn't connect us because, we second cousins through my dad or whatever the case may be, but they still have my dad's last name, my dad's family last name. You know what I'm saying? That last name still carries. So, but I just don't think she had a relationship with a lot of these cousins, that we seeing. One Okay, I am going to say this. I don't want to get off into the Jenkins side of the family right now because we still behind the scenes. We still running reports. We still looking into a lot of stuff. I have some people that's very dedicated that's working with me, so I really don't want to jump ahead. Right now, all I really want to focus on is what I mean by feed the beast so we all can get a full understanding as to why Kanika. I know there's been a lot of rumors out there, and trust me, since the beginning of my investigation, I told you guys I was starting at the very beginning. So I looked over, the rumors, I looked over the stuff I heard, and the stuff that was presented to us. But I think this right here is really more solid as to why Kanika. Okay, and I'm really feeling strong about this. Like, I don't think this is the reach or anything. I think this was really right in our face all along. And we just didn't get it. We just didn't understand it because we're not a part of that life. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to hopefully open you guys up to it and enlighten y'all when it comes to the life and the Wakanika. Okay, before I start, I am going to humble myself and I am going to offer an apology to one YouTuber. Okay, this YouTuber I met in the very beginning. I spoke to in the very beginning. I might have been maybe a week or two into this. And this YouTuber, we were exchanging emails and we disagreed. Okay. Actually, we wasn't even disagreeing. We just it was a misunderstanding. It was a huge misunderstanding because we both had the same angle when it came to the fact that it was a setup and by the game. But the fact of the matter was, I think he misunderstood me, he or she, but I think it's a he. I think this person misunderstood me And I kind of came back like, hey, well, you can get the F on, you know, kind of strong like I am. And it was in the beginning too. So I was kind of like, I really wasn't taking no attacks or no negative talk towards me, So, but anyway, I've came a long way, even from the beginning of me working on this case. And I just want to offer an apology to a YouTuber named Sam Sam. Okay, Sam Sam, I don't know if you view my lives. I don't know if you watch my lives, but if somebody can give you the message, I want to offer you up an apology, because later on down the line, I ended up going to your page because you made a comment about me. And I think that your comment, it was irrational, but I think it was because of us bumping heads in the, beginning. But so I went on your page and I'm like, who is this person? Let me see what this person is about. And I actually thought you had some really good content, and I started to feel like you were really for justice for Kenneka, but I just wasn't humble enough to, I didn't humble myself to come to you and apologize to you and say, hey, let's do something together. Let's work together. Let's put our notes together, But I want to offer you up an apology. Okay, and I ain't give a damn about losing viewers or nothing. I don't care. I'm gonna say what I want to say and how I want to say it. Okay, I'm a grown woman, and I want to offer you up an apology, and I want to say to you that you have been on the right track since the beginning. We both have, but like I said, I just think we had a misunderstanding. Okay, so if you can't reach out to me, if you get this message, and let's get back to where we was in the beginning, with that truth. So anyway, the reason why I kind of called you out too is because a lot of what I'm going to say is what you were saying too in the beginning, as far as Renika's post. I don't have a copy of Renika's post right now. I don't have a screenshot of it, but we all know Renika's post. Okay, the one that was saying, if you play with the wrong person, money. Don't get upset if something happened, if your daughter crying on the news. We all know that post from Renika Jr., which is her husband is related to Kenneka through her dad, maybe first, second, third, fourth, fifth cousins. I don't know. But her husband is a Jenkins, somehow related to Kenneka. So we all know the girl I'm talking about. We all know the status I'm talking about. In the beginning, y'all know in the beginning, I came off strong, like, okay, let's stop talking about Kenneka. Let's stop calling her a drug dealer, a prostitute, all this other stuff, But at this point right here that I'm at, I really do believe that this whole setup was about money. And I'm going to tell you guys why, okay? Don't jump on me. I'm going to tell you guys why I said what I said, okay? I believe, just look at their life. Just look at their life. Everything revolving their life is about money. Okay. We did follow the trail of, did Kenneka witness something? Okay. And I did follow the trail of Pappy. I followed every single trail and theory it was. Okay. So if anybody want to come to me at the end of this video and still say, well, hey, did you ever hear? Yes, I heard of that. I'm sure I heard of that. I'm sure I followed it. And I'm sure I came to a dead end, to where right now, today, I can actually say all this shit got something to do with money. I'm going to break this shit down and tell you how all three games, how it has to do with all three of the games. I'm just gonna break it down to y'all and show y'all. But overall, it has something to do with money. Overall, it has something to do with feeding the beast. Okay, you cannot be a part of any type of satanic organization without feeding the beast. And yes, being in a gang is another form of a satanic organization. So I say to you, when you pledge yourself to a group, a gang, an organization that feeds the beast, you have to do the same. Period, point blank. So me knowing this, I asked myself, did any of this have anything to do with money? Did Kanika feed the beast? Did she do her part? Okay, because everybody in a set have to make money some way, somehow. But feeding the beast is a little bit deeper than just money. And I'm going to get deeper into it. Y'all know me, I'm going to get deeper into it. But I want y'all to understand, in a natural, physically, when you feed the beast, it's normally money, sex, or sacrifice. Let me say it again. In the natural, when you feed the beast, it's either through money, sex, or sacrifice. You have to continuously feed the beast one of those three. Are y'all following me? Okay. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. Show y'all a little screenshot I got for y'all. I really don't have much pictures. A lot of the pictures I can just, explain to y'all, and I'm pretty sure y'all done seen them before. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all mad can travel back to them. But shit, I could pretty much tell you guys what's really going on and why they chose her with share a few pictures. To tell you the truth, I don't really have to, put together any type of big thing just to impress people. Like I'm not the person that my whole thing is I want to make sure I get the message out and I get it out in a way where you guys can understand it and y'all receive it and y'all get it. That's my whole purpose, my whole point. Okay, it's not to impress anybody. I have to, pray before I go into this because, understanding something is one thing, but actually being able to deliver it and people, understand it too, that's something else. Or teach it, that's something else, and this is like a different lane for me. A whole different lane for me. And this is why I say, drop me a one if y'all feel me, because I'm trying to make sure everybody is on board. Okay, I'm pulling up this picture that I want to show you guys. Just give me a second. Okay, and to feed the beast spiritually. What the beast likes spiritually is signs, maybe hand signs, hand gestures, symbols, drugs, alcohol, pride, a cold heart. You have to feed the beast. And some of these young kids don't know if they're getting into when they playing with the devil. Just gonna show y'all a few little pictures that I pulled up. And the reason why I chose to put these pictures up because they say a lot. Okay, her status is like, some of these kids, you listen to the things they say and they've been straight schooled. Okay, and they status say a lot. She said you gotta play it smart in these streets if you value your life. Okay, look at what she's saying. The plugs get to the top, money. You know what I'm saying? You have to play smart. So it's like street smart. Basically, you have to have street smarts in order to survive. Can anybody agree? What she basically saying is you have to have street smarts out there in order to survive. Everybody don't have them. I don't care who you is. I don't care who your last name is. I don't care who you're associated with. Everybody don't have street smarts. I don't care if you have book smarts and common sense. Everybody don't have street smarts. Okay? And that's one thing that you must have, especially if you're gonna be in the street life. Okay, here go another one. I'm gonna get to it. Y'all know me. Just want y'all to see a few things so y'all can feel where I'm coming from. Can't show no love in these streets. You'll get your feelings hurt. Okay? Can't show no love in these streets. You'll get your feelings hurt. This is how these people think. If you in the streets and you running with me and we got a gang, a set or whatever in these streets, I have to leave my feelings out. I can't show no love. I got to make my money. That means I'm just saying, you don't operate in feelings when you playing in the streets or when you claim you about that street life. You don't operate in the feelings. See, normally people that operate in a feelings and people that even have feelings and people that even have a heart is normally people that God is either in them or trying to get to them. And they ain't really got no business in the streets anyway, because for one, they probably wasn't even schooled and didn't even have the street smarts they need to have to survive. And for two, they operate in feelings. They too easy to trust people. They too easy to love people. And the same people they loving on and they trusting don't give a damn about them because they not operating in feelings. They out there getting that money and feeding the beast. Their whole thing is feeding the beast so I can survive, because the more I feed the beast, the more the beast put into me. Family or not, we some selfish motherfuckers out here because our whole life resolve around feeding the beast and taking care of our family, us, ourselves. So we can't play with feelings out here in these streets. Not for real. Satan ain't got no love for nobody. So when you operating out here, you can't operate out in the streets and have love for the females, these dudes. You can't do it. And I mention that because I do believe that was one of Kenneka's downfalls. Trust, loving, some of these people that call their friends, and they wasn't. They didn't know how to be a friend because they didn't know how to have real feelings. You can't be about that life and operating feelings at the same time. If you wonder why Monifa could do that to her friend, because Monifa understood that. Do you get what I'm saying? Not praising her or anything. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just keeping it real. Do you get what I'm saying? If you don't feed, you see the money, feed means dollar, the gang, and they snake you, don't act surprised. Okay? If you don't feed the gang and they snake you, don't act surprised. The gang feeds the beast. Physically, either money, sex, or sacrifices. Spiritually, through signs, symbols, drugs, alcohol, pride, coldness, If you don't feed the gang won't feed you back. The gang won't love you back. The gang will not respect you as one of their own. This is exactly how they think. This is how it is. You can't. This is, and if y'all remember a post that somebody said Kanika got herself into something and she really didn't know, what she was getting into. I believe Kanika probably had a cockiness about herself because of who her people was. I'm going to get off into a lot of stuff. I just want to kind of stay on a track. But I believe Kanika had a cockiness to herself because of her last name. Like I said, it hold weight. Both last names, the Jenkins and the Martins in Chicago, I believe both hold weight. So I believe that Kanika did have this cockiness about herself. Okay. Not saying I don't, man, I still love her the same. I don't judge her, for no, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. But the fact of the matter is, you can't get back because of who your parents were. Not today. Especially the fact that the world, and it's not even the world, this game is turning into corporations now. These games are turning into, so we're making big money. It's about business now. So you must feed us. You cannot be around us flogging and you ain't giving us none of your money. Basically, in layman's terms, just keeping it simple. You can't be on live with all this money, looking good, looking sharp, and you ain't feeding us. Period. And you act stingy with the coochie. Can I just keep it real with y'all? You act stingy with the coochie. You ain't giving up no money. You ain't on no level or no ranking of nowhere niggas is requiring sacrifices from you. Do y'all get what I'm saying? You become non-useful to the game, to the beast. And if you have contracted yourself at any point with the beast, he will come pay. He will come cash in. Even the Bible says, if Jesus even say, if you're not fruitful, he will remove your tree. He will remove it because it's not producing any fruit. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing when you worship in the beast. When I have no use for you, I will just get rid of you. Once you have contracted yourself with the beast, you have to continuously feed the beast. In all these areas or in multiple areas that I just mentioned. Okay? Hey, Bin Laden. Yeah, you even heard Shemaya said she was talking about, her having a demon and stuff in her, the last couple labs that I watched. I don't even really have to, all I'm really doing is giving y'all an outline of some stuff. Y'all done seen the videos, y'all done paid enough attention to kind of connect the dots with me. Like, yeah, oh yeah, y'all can definitely tell that they are satanic. And they do other things, in the private, maybe rituals and things like that in the private that the public don't see, ways to feed their beasts, other ways than that. I'm not gonna go off all into that, but I'm just saying it's possible, very possible. Okay. So I'm gonna break it down for y'all. This is, so we know it was 3 different games, okay, at this hotel that night, at this room, inside the room. We know that they were mixing. Okay. I don't backtrack on anything I say unless it's, like I said, some other proof staring me in the face, and I'll come do a whole nother lab and I'll tell y'all why I'm going this way with it. But I haven't got there yet. I have to be honest, I have not got to that point yet. So I still stand behind the fact that I believe it was an initial setup. Okay. How can I say this? Why Kanika? And what did the three different gangs have against Kanika? Right? Because if we figure out what did these three different groups have against Kanika, maybe we can figure out why her. Why would they come together to conspire against her? Right? Right? Hey, Vanessa. Rosie Rose, hey. Right? Okay, so I don't have my timeline. I had a very busy day today. So I don't know exactly the timeline. I don't have everything in front of me. I am going to do a continuation. I feel like I'm going to do a continuation of this right here, what we're talking about, where I'm going to go into the Jenkins side of the family too, because we have to figure out. I believe we already know. I believe God already showed us. We already know who masterminded the plan. And I'm actually connecting those dots too. But I think I have to go into a different, like a continuation before I get into that right there. But so we're gonna go off into the GDs. We're gonna talk about them first. What did the GDs have against Kanika? Let's get them out the way. Let's talk about them first. What did they have against Kanika to where they would want to set her up? Okay, I have to make this shit make sense to you. Okay, and because I'm still trying to convince some people, maybe that I talk to on a day-to-day basis, that this was an initial setup. Okay, so I'm about to tell you what all three of these gangs got against her. All right, let's start with the GDs. What did the GDs have against Kanika? Why would they want to set her up? Right? Well, we have already covered that Kanika was once the breed. Okay, we have already covered that the breeds is under the umbrella of the GDs at one point, right? Okay, so what we know is at one point, Kanika considered herself a lady breed who was under the umbrella of GDs. Okay, GDs have an organization, even the ones that's factors or whatever that's separated apart, still have a drug operation, a huge drug operation, maybe amongst many operations. But we just gonna talk about the drug operation for right now. And they supplying a lot of these people, a lot of these young people. And I believe at one point Kanika was one of their runners or making money for them some way, somehow. Okay, was she selling this, that, and the other? I don't know, but I do believe that at one point she was definitely working for them. And the reason why I stated it is because you when you in the gang, I don't care if it's the smallest ranking, you still have to do something. You still have to make yourself productive, in the gang. So yes, at some point she was with the GDs selling something or doing something, okay, for them. Oh, I want to show you all this shit. So at some point, yeah, she was doing something for them, okay? So I believe Kanika's left. And like I said, matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up my timeline on my phone. If I do, I can't see the comments for a minute because I do have them. Okay. At some point, her family moved, and they moved to Austin area where it was a vice lord territory. Okay. So we know that she left, she jumped, she flopped. I'm sorry, I'm talking to y'all and looking for this. I got some stuff too. So we know she flopped. She flopped from her breed association to vice lord. Okay, she's in the neighborhood. What made her do it? I'm still wondering. Like, gosh, was she, at that point talking to a vice lord? Was she talking to Mike at that time? Was she talking to, the dude tax free? Was she talking to a vice lord and and lived in that neighborhood where she was like, damn, I can claim this too because of my dad. So I'm gonna start repping this that. But let me just get to the point. I believe that when she flopped, she left still owing dues. Okay? I believe she left still owing something, still owing some money. So I believe with the GDs, Kenneka owed them something. She owed them some money. And it could have been some heavy money. Or it could have been the fact that they just took a serious loss once she flip-flopped. Okay? So now, keep in mind, Kenneka is now repping a whole nother game. If the GDs wanted to strike her or do something to her because she have not attempted to pay whatever it is she owed them, if they was to strike her, it would be like a strike against the Vice Lord. It would be like declaring war on her gang. So in order for the GDs to take care of one person that they want to take care of, who owe them some money, or who made them take a serious loss once she left, they got to get her family in on it too, without declaring war. Are y'all get what I'm saying? They got to get them in on it too. Now, what would the Vice Lord have against Kenneka? Why would they want to even participate in a setup against Kenneka? Was Kenneka feeding the beast? Was Kenneka feeding the beast? Money. If Kenneka was not paying her dues and giving money to this gang, to this crew, she was not relevant. She was not productive to that gang and to that crew. So now you have one gang mad as hell because she left. They took a loss. She probably left owing money, screwed somebody money up, and the gang that said that was supposed to protect her don't fuck with her like that, because first of all, she shouldn't have been over there. Her family got a history of war with this particular gang, but anyway, she still repped them. She still sided with them, whatever the case may be, but she wasn't feeding them. I believe they plotted this shit back when her cousin Kenyatta was talking about this shit back in March. When she dropped them few little statuses, and she said, if y'all don't feed the gang and they snake you, don't be surprised. I think niggas was coming together talking about plotting her and snaking her then, because she had already owed one gang some money, and while you on live and while you out here flogging, you ain't even you understand what I'm saying? You haven't attempted to make things right with the GDs, and you ain't feeding the Vice Lord, the gang that you in. See, this wasn't, Kenneka didn't have the understanding that this is a spiritual warfare. She didn't have the understanding that her being was never supposed to be mixed in that crowd anyway, because you have to feed the beast. You have to continuously feed the beast in the natural and in the spiritual realm, period. In the natural and in the spiritual realm. She was already the oddball. I said it again. To me, she was already the oddball. Spiritually, she was already the oddball. Because you were part of something. I go back to them statuses that people were saying. You was a part of something that you have no idea what you was really getting yourself into. You got to pay these gangs through sex, money, or if you on some type of level, a sacrifice. If she wasn't doing that, she was not useful to the Vice Lord. Now, why would the BDs want to have anything to do? Why would they want to be involved in it? Or just blend? Or be involved in a gang rape? Why would they? The BD, and please go back and just watch live videos and shit like that. The BDs hated Kenneka. I can't speak for the whole gang, but it was definitely a section of them. And you can definitely tell they hated that girl. They didn't fuck with her. Go back and listen to her live when she said on BD. Every time somebody fucking cussed her out on live, it was always a BD. So for those who don't know, that's Kenneth Tartt's them gang. And we already know they was pretty much disrespectful in the very beginning because they did not like her for whatever reason. I have not really tried to. I haven't seen why. I don't know why they didn't like her. Could have been one of they niggas wanted to rape her or run her or whatever, but they didn't like her. Period. Kenneth Tartt didn't like her. Tolliver don't like her. A lot of them motherfuckers just didn't like her. Could have had something to do with her brother or who just where her family is. But the BDs all together, as they don't like her. And you go back and you start looking at the people at the party, and if you understand what gangs they represent, look at the BDs and go back and see which ones was actually paying homage to her and speaking on her death. They don't like her like that. So you have one group that was down about it for that shit because they don't like her. Another group that she was actually family in with probably didn't fuck with her like that because she wasn't, excuse my language, but fucking them, giving them money. Then you have another group that didn't like her because she left. They probably took a hell of a loss and she probably left owing some shit. Are y'all feeling me? Because I'm trying to figure out why these three gangs conspired against this girl. Money will do it every time. What other, can y'all tell me what other thing y'all think would do it? Money, other than money. What else other than money? I don't even know why I didn't see money from the very beginning. Money is the root of all. Let me say that one more time. Hold on. Money is the root of all evil. If you don't believe me, go pray. Go ask God. Why Kanika? Because of money. I cannot tie her family or nobody into it right now when it comes to money. But I'm telling you, when it comes to these three sets, because this is what I have been really studying, researching, meditating on everything, it all revolves around money. You cannot pledge yourself to a satanic organism. I'm hoping I'm saying this to y'all to where y'all can really get it and y'all eyes to be open. I'm praying. I'm really praying right now. Lord, I'm asking for their eyes to be open right now. You cannot pledge yourself to a satanic organization, gang, or whatever, and do not feed the beast. Period. They will snake you. They will turn on you. Yes, girls have to be having sex. I ain't saying you always gotta fuck whoever, but yes, you do have to be active and you can't be stingy with the poo nanny, like they say. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't be not paying your dues. You can't be acting like you don't give a fuck about ranking and taking ass whooping if you got to. You got to sacrifice that pretty little face of yours and go out there and fight for your game if the fuck you have to. I kind of feel like y'all asleep. I'm telling you why this group conspired against this girl, and I kind of feel like y'all asleep right now. Until somebody can tell me better why these three different groups conspired together against this girl, I'm standing right here. This is where I stand. This is where I stand. Not only are you a flip-flopper, but you ain't paying niggas. No, you're not contributing to the game other than Holland O'Neal. Do anybody feel me? You have to feed them. So everybody can eat. Is anybody with me? Everybody's supposed to eat in the game. You're not supposed to be solo dolo eating on your own. If it's a table for one, you are going to be the one target. Trust me. If it's a table for one, you're going to be that one singled out target. And if you done flopped your ass in another gang before, you're going to be targeted by them too. If you ain't feed their ass either. Or if you left owing something. I don't have proof that girl, worked for them, that she owed him anything. We did, of course. All of y'all, we all did. But from what we do have and what we can tell, it does go back to the GDs and the vice lords taking part in it because of their own motive or reasoning to take part of it. The BDs just don't fucking like her. Especially the ones that was in there. I can't speak for everybody, but the ones that was in that hotel room don't like her. So, Mike is a traveling vice lord, a leader of the traveling vice lord. Mike could have been the one that pretty much called rank and got Shamaya and Bree involved. If Mike would have called rank, is nothing Bree or Shamaya could have done but played their position. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? These girls are under umbrella of leaders who called a hit on somebody. They are part and they're affiliated with this gang. So remember in the beginning we heard there was a little lies mixed with truth. But remember in the beginning we heard they had no choice because they all could have got killed. Why the fuck y'all think that? Is it making sense to y'all now? Why y'all think they were saying, oh, we had no choice because we were so? They wasn't afraid like they wanted y'all to think they was afraid, like it was a big bad wolf in that room, because every wolf that was in that room that night, they still fucks with them wolves to this day. They still deal with them wolves. So it wasn't they was afraid of them wolves. It was the fact that we have to play our part, our position, because of our loyalty to the gang. So think about this. If Shamaya and Bree is a vice lord, if Mike had a caught that shit, it wasn't nothing them girls could do other than do their part. Do y'all hear me? If Tat told Irene to do it, it wasn't shit Irene can do, and Irene got her motherfucking stripes that night, I believe. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm emotionally attached to this case. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. I'm spiritually attached to this case. Shit come to me in my sleep. So the fear that was in them girls was the fact that gang called the order, and we gotta stand by that shit and keep our mouth closed because we don't operate in fucking feelings. You can't operate in feelings and be about that life. We gotta grieve for 10 motherfucking minutes and remember we done lost soldiers every day, and we gotta keep it pushing. Is anybody feeling me right now? This is that real street life, in case you ain't never seen this shit before. Like I told y'all, I could tell a whole story off this one fucking picture right here from her cousin Kenyatta. I ain't got to show y'all everything, and I'm telling you right now, this is the why. This is the why. Kanika wasn't a under the radar type of motherfucker. Do y'all understand that? See, we thinking, and our frame of thinking, we thinking that she's just the average girl who could have remained under the radar. That wasn't Kanika. I believe she stayed in many motherfuckers' radar. Because for one, everybody wanted to hit it. Huh? Huh? Soon as she turned, what, 15, 14, 13, every nigga want to hit it. Huh? You a part of this gang. You ain't giving it up, huh? You gonna make some money? You gonna sell it, huh? You ain't gonna sell it, huh? All right, well, run this. If she can't run a dope right, and she ain't giving up the coochie, is anybody feeling me? You worthless to us. You have to feed the beast. You got to feed the gang, period. Because everybody got to eat. Not just you. It's a family. You got to, it's like a fucking potluck. Everybody got to bring a dish to the table. You feel me? If you sitting down and you eating at that motherfucking table, but you ain't brought no dish, we going to keep looking at your ass every time. Kanika took care of Kanika, is what I see, and is what I feel strongly about. I believe, she had love and loyalty to the gang to a certain extent. I believe she did because she was born into it. But I don't believe that her heart and her spirit and shit was really in it like everybody else was. I believe she might have said certain things and did certain things because the shit was a habit. It was a habit. But when you get into that life, you got to know what you're doing, and you got to play that shit. You got to have street smarts. You got to play that shit smart. You got to be able to make money. It's rules to the game. Y'all ever heard of that? It's rules to the game, and you got to play by the rules, period. And so if Kanika had never joined this other gang and they was there, it'd be hard as hell for me to kind of connect all this shit, connect the dots. Like, damn, what would they have against her? But I can literally see exactly what they have against her. I can see the shit clear as day from all three gangs. If she never had been a part of it, then maybe I would have questioned or continuously questioned, why would they join together? But the fact that she was in one gang and she flip-flopped and probably left Owen, just as Renika stated in the beginning. Okay? Just like Renika stated, I don't have to even look for that picture. I'm sure y'all know what post I'm talking about. That the GDs had against her. Money. The Vice Lord. You're not giving up enough money, because I'm pretty sure she could have paid her way into loyalty with them. Do y'all feel me? If she didn't want niggas to run train on her and all of that other stuff, I'm pretty sure she could have bought her loyalty. She could have bought her loyalty. I don't really want to. I'm looking through some pictures right now, and I really don't want to go off into who I think the person. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I think a leader. This is what I think, and I'm getting ready. I'm getting everything together so I can go ahead and do a continuation of this video. Okay, I just caught this feeding the beast because I want to go ahead and prepare y'all and y'all for y'all to understand, what we actually looking at. And it was a revenge plot, for not only you just flip flopping, but the fact that she must have left Owen some money, but I don't want to really say too much without having everything I need. So, but I'm gonna let y'all know what I think, okay? And what my second video is pretty much, I'm gonna try to point out to y'all, okay? I believe that it was the leader of the GD that called the initial hit. Okay, because of the money or because of whatever it was she owed before she left. Okay, and I want to believe it was Carl. I want to believe that Carl is over their drug trade. But before I do, let me line that shit up, because I know a couple people that are that's over the drug trade. Oh, you know what I'm saying, concerning the GDs. But I'm trying to line that up with Carl. If I can make that fucking connection, I'm telling y'all right now. Okay, but owing some money to the GD, somebody caught that hit. Eventually, I don't know when, at some point down the line, Ty Rowland was involved and got called into it. Now, if it's Daddy the one that called the hit, that would make a lot of sense. But somewhere down the line, Ty Rowland got called into it. Now, let me show y'all something. Okay, let me show y'all something. If Daddy masterminded this hit and told Ty Rowland, play that shit smart. Nowadays, niggas don't move stupid. Niggas move smart. Daddy told him, play that shit smart. And you don't want to start no war with the vice lords. Get them motherfuckers involved too. Listen to me. Follow me. We've already seen enough pictures, live videos, and footages of shit. Just listen to me. You don't want to start no beef. You don't want to start no war with the vice lords. Play that shit smart. Get them niggas involved too. I have not seen no connection. And if y'all got some pictures, please show me, of Ty and Mike. Show me that picture. Because I believe that day they made motherfucking history. I believe Ty is a top leader, a top gun, and I believe Mike is a top gun. But I believe it was somebody like either Peasy or Killer that connected them two. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Peasy and Killer, both of them is cool with Ty Rowland and Mike. Follow me. All it took was Ty. Well, let me back it up. All it took was Chief saying, if you're going to do that shit, play it smart. Don't attack her without talking to the gang and get them niggas involved. He made one phone call, Peasy or Killer, they get Mike involved. Do y'all know once Mike involved, all he got to do is bring the other participants in, call that shit, and it's a wrap, and they got to participate, including Shamaya and including Bree. If you claim you loyal to the gang, you got to know you can't operate in feelings. You got to know that shit, right? Do y'all know all Ty Rowland had to do is call Irene and get her in, and Monifah, because they trying to be a part of some shit, and he probably got the key that's gonna unlock their shit and help them actually get in, initiation for them. So all that have to happen is Ty contacting the two girls, Irene and Monifah, getting them two in, Mike getting the other two girls in, Shamaya and Bree, because they are the leaders of those sets. Do y'all hear me? They lead those sets. So if the girls had any type of fear in them, it was fear for not falling through with the motherfucking plan. Are y'all following me? That was the fear, or fucking up in some way. Because really they had no choice. Think about it. They was a part of this game, so they really had no choice but to play in the shit. They had no choice. That's all they got to do. The next thing you know, it is all hearsay from there. Flyer get passed around. We got the main motherfuckers we need there. How did the BDs get involved? Well, shit. It was going down tonight. We want everybody to come. We got it. We got the two sets right here. I think this shit was gonna make history when if you seen Mike, and Tad side by side together. BDs ain't had no problem with it. They don't like her anyway. So if they knew what the fuck was going on, they knew it was gonna be a sacrifice made that night. They ain't had no problem with it. And if they knew they was gonna enjoy what was going on, they ain't had no problem with it. But understand, I don't feel like everybody at that party knew what was about to take place. And I'm gonna show y'all why. I say that. Again, I don't think everybody knew what was going to take place because you still have a flyer going around about a party. You have just a few, just a section of, just a circle of people that know about the plot. Your main one, your main vice lord, your girl who was brought into it. They had to be brought into it because they had to make sure she was there. But everybody that attended that party didn't know what was going on. They was just a part of the mixture, if y'all get what I'm saying. And I believe that as me and my girl was talking, I actually believe that is why a lot of people died that night, because they did, or more than one person died other than Kanika, because they didn't know the plot or what was going down. Maybe found out the last minute and didn't really agree with it. Okay, but I don't believe everybody knew what was going on. Okay. I'm going to show y'all this picture and I'm going to tell y'all why. And also, I don't believe, and I've said this from the very beginning, that any of this stuff took place on the 9th going into the 10th. I actually believe all of this was prior to that. I can't really say exactly what day. All we know is that there was a parking ticket for the 6th. As I told somebody, Irene's birthday was the 5th. She could have had a room that whole fucking week. She could have rented a room for a few days. Okay. I don't know. But what if she did? And what if Kanika went to see her on the 6th? And what if she used that same ticket to go back to the hotel? So it's really hard to say exactly what day. But I'm going to prove to you right now, it damn sure wasn't the 9th going into the 10th. All right? Give me a second. I'm pulling up some pictures for y'all. And talk to me. Talk back to me too, y'all. I'm gonna go on these in the chat room and read some of y'all comments. Tell me what y'all think so far. This is why they set Kanika up, y'all. This is why they set Kanika up. Like I said, I believe it was initial setup, and I definitely now at this point, I believe the statuses and stuff that we were seeing in the very beginning. I'm trying to locate some of them. I'm trying to send them to myself so I can pull them up with y'all. But I don't know what's going on right now. My Gmail is so full. But so I believe it was the initial setup by the GDs. Okay. Her last 2 years of high school, she had flipped. She had moved. Ended up flipping to Vice Lord. Okay, if Kanika was one of their drug runners or she whatever it was she was doing for them, they took a loss when she left. On top of she probably owed them something when she left. Okay, that's 2 years of her life. So it's not like we talking about she was working for them and she owed them years ago and 10 years ago. No, we looking at like the last, okay, when she moved and flipped gangs. And now her loyalty or they loyalty to her as the vice lord. So that's what we looking at. We not talking about no old shit. We just talking about let's just go back the last 2 years, look at some shit. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely see the flip flop in the game, and you can definitely see she wasn't doing her part, and she ended up, on a hit list. So, I'm having issues sending this, y'all. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna have to send it to another email. I'm gonna try to come back on later and do a Oh, here we go. I'm gonna come back on later and do another live for y'all. I'm not gonna promise y'all, but I'm trying my best to come back on. And if not later on today, sometime soon, because I want to go into I want to connect the Jenkins family, you know, and the person that I think that's overseeing the GD's drug trade. Well, at least one of the people that I think that's overseeing it. And I'm going to make that connection, okay, and tell you guys why. And I believe that that's why the Jenkins are not trying to connect themselves with Kanika or this case like that. Do y'all feel me? Um, so that's why I have to do another live so y'all can actually see the connection between the person that's actually running the drugs and her side of the family, that Jenkins side of the family. So now you will understand why they didn't want to associate themselves with this case. So I'm gonna have to do another part of this video so we can really go into it. Right now, like I said, I just really wanted to show y'all that status and pretty much, give y'all an introduction as to what's going on. So we all know at least why Kanika. Okay. Okay, y'all. So what y'all see in front of y'all is the post that somebody made. Check out the date. September the 9th at 2:45 p.m. Kanika safe and sound. This post tells us two things, y'all. One, Kanika went missing way before the 9th. Fuck out of here. And two, somebody must have told this girl, oh, they found her, for her to post Kanika is safe and sound, which tells me that everybody at that party wasn't all on one accord. Do you hear what I'm saying? Why the date? Because Kanika was missing well before the 9th, which I told you guys in the beginning. I don't know how I knew this shit, but I told y'all if I came out the gate saying they did this shit ahead of time, and they placed themselves where they were steps ahead of the public. You always gotta be steps ahead of motherfuckers, especially when you present shit to the public. So here it is. You have somebody tweeting at 2:45, Kanika safe and sound. Okay? So like I said, everybody at that party ain't know what was going on. But this is proof right here that this shit took place before the 9th. And whatever happened before the 9th, people was hearing about that shit, but everybody didn't know what was going on. And it could have been rumors within their neighborhood before that shit even made it public, before we even heard anything about it. It could have been rumors. Did they find her? Yeah, I heard they found her. Are y'all fucking with me? Before that shit even made it public. Show y'all another one. Check this out. I know y'all. I done showed some of y'all. I think I should put this on Instagram too. But it just pretty much match up to what the other girl said. Now, as y'all read that, peep out the date. As y'all read that, peep out the date and the time that it was written. That's your girl Chalo. Damn, who would have known Friday was our last time together? September the 9th at 9:40 p.m. They hadn't even declared her found until what, two hours later? The following day? Her shit all off. Actually, right here, Kanika hadn't even arrived at the hotel. Did she? Oh, yeah. They found her 2 hours later. Yeah, her shit is off. See what I'm saying? They times this shit is off. So this shit had to happen before the 9th. Because she wrote this shit on the 9th at 9:49. They ain't had their shit together in the beginning. So this is proof right here, y'all. This shit happened before the 9th. You got two people posting, and then they all lost. Hey, open minds. I ain't see you, boo. Hey. You said Charlo was suspect from the beginning? Hell yeah. All of them. I'm glad you ain't leave her out. She on my list of suspect too. Mainly because of this post. Like, bitch, how you know Kenneka was dead before the supposed to be the family even knew she was dead before she was even found? Huh? Hello? How did you know before she was even found? What do you mean this is your last time together? Here go another bitch that spoke too soon. But thank you for them hiccups, because we needed them. So clearly, y'all, what I said to y'all from the beginning is true. Okay, what I said to y'all from the very beginning is true. They did this shit way before all this stuff jumped off before the public was even informed about it. Okay, and that's why when we watching the manager on film go back to the freezer, it looked as if he knew the shit just like it was staged, right? Because he already knew she was back there. All this stuff had already took place before it was brought to the public. They had already had the seat at the round table, all that shit and made their deal or whatever before it was brought to the public. Malika, when the camera was on Charlo Anderson, the faces she gave the camera lets you know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. And then I mean that's Irene's right hand. That's her right hand. So I mean I doubt it's anything. I doubt, that Irene knew that Charlo didn't. You know what I'm saying? That's her right hand. You have to think about it. Even though Irene and y'all seen Irene and y'all seen Kenneka in videos and shit together, and y'all like, well, they were friends. They was in videos together. Each of these girls still had their own set that they ran with. So although you still my girl, you know what I'm saying? We can know each other from school. We got classes and shit together. You know what I'm saying? Or in Bree case, you probably messed with my cousin before. But we still have our own set that we run with. So I doubt that anybody in these girls' set can say they didn't know. They knew. The ones that was closest to them, I believe, knew. Maybe not all of the people, because a lot of people were invited from other people just to get it thick in there. Okay, so a lot of people didn't know. A lot of people just came. But those that's closest to the inner circles, I doubt if they didn't know. I don't know. She removed a lot of those comments, Coffee and Cases. She removed them. They're not even up there no more. I can't even believe she left this status up, but she removed the comments. See, that's something that stands out to me too. A lot of these people was incriminating stuff from the very beginning, but I believe that they are so cocky. They feel like they are so fucking untouchable. They not even worried about the shit they left up, because the case has been closed. And they literally have paid motherfuckers off. They paid people off. Let me just tell y'all this. A lot of y'all favorite YouTubers, I hate to say, they paid them motherfuckers off from the very beginning. Did y'all hear me? They paid them off in the very beginning. Maybe threatened them, whatever the fuck, but they was paid off in the very beginning. So from that point on, y'all been watching and listening to bullshit, basically. You've been chasing a rabbit down a long ass hole. That's all I could think of. And you probably wasn't ever gonna go nowhere. Just keep feeding me views so I can pay my light bill. I'm just saying that a lot of times that's exactly what it is. If we're not getting nowhere, we're not getting the answers that we need. That lets you know right there, you intentionally have me on your fucking merry-go-round, and you don't plan on letting me off. It's gonna take me to jump off and get tired of going in circles with this damn case. Do y'all get what I'm saying? A lot of these people have been paid off from the very beginning. Because in the very beginning, that's when this shit was really hot. And big blogs and shit was talking about it. So at this point, those same people that have been paid off, that's still covering this story today, is really just seeding y'all really bullshit, because that's the only thing that's raking up the views. It ain't shit else but the topic of Kenneka. But you would never get no results. You would never get no answers. They've been paid off a long time ago. That's all I'm saying. And I peeped that. And you know, we busting some asses. Like we are busting some asses behind the scenes, period. Point blank. We finding out a lot of these channels. We finding out decoy. We finding decoy channels and shit, y'all. We finding channels that was created, fake ass channels that was created and ran by Irene. We found channels that was ran by Shamaya. And I mean, they're not actually running them, but they are associated with these channels. They have probably created the channels and got somebody else running the shit. So when we get to looking at the shit they putting out there, everything is just some shit to throw everybody off the case. They putting out Rick James looking motherfuckers talking about they was at the party. I'm looking at a picture like, when was Rick James at the party? On a picture that's going around, they talking about is Zach, but it looked more like Rick James than Zach. They are, and I showed y'all before how it's easy to copy and paste some shit, take a news clip in a newspaper article and create a damn thing. Let me stop. Y'all do look more like Rick James than I ain't gonna lie, than he did Zach. And I'm not a fan of Zach. But I said, what you want me to do with this? What you want me to do? Take this to my people and be like, look, y'all, Rick James is at the party. I mean, because it didn't give me that. But this, and then when I'm telling you, when I say this picture have been floating around, y'all have seen this picture before, just not on my channel. So, show y'all this little article real quick that one of my subs brought to my attention. Excuse me. While I'm waiting for this to load up, I'm reading some of these comments. Then you got YouTubers afraid to put it out. Yep, but we'll give it to another YouTuber to put it out. Yep. That's so true. Coffee and cases. That's so true. I've encountered that too. Because I was, as a new YouTuber, I was wondering like, why you bringing me all this stuff? Why you ain't putting it on your channel? Then I started realizing that people was afraid to put that stuff out, but yet they wasn't afraid to have a Kenneka channel. So I kind of find that to be fake. You're not afraid to have a Kenneka channel. You're not afraid to talk about Kenneka. You're not afraid to monetize off Kenneka's name. But you 1,000, bitch, get on somewhere. Sorry, y'all, but that's just how I feel. Like, if you're not gonna do it 100, you're not gonna give it 100%, then don't do it at all. If you're afraid to speak on the games, then be afraid to speak her name. Because the games is attached to what the fuck happened to her. So 1,000 on your channel. Because you too damn afraid. So I'm like, I'm really not buying that. You gotta have some balls, or you're not giving me the full story. You sugarcoating shit. You're not gonna tell me everything because you afraid. That's straight bullshit to me, y'all. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna show y'all a little article that I found interesting that somebody shared with me. I find it real interesting because I want you guys to kind of see. I know, like I said before, it's been a political thing, but I'm just gonna share a piece of it with y'all. It's a pretty long article. I'm not gonna be too much longer. I might have to continue this live and so I can go into another place and show you, like I said, the head Pancho, who I believe called this shit and all of that. But I believe we have our why. Okay. As I told you guys from the very beginning, it's all about money. Okay. For those who still refuse to believe that, I don't know what to tell you, but it's all about money. You know, back in the day, a gang could have just meant, like a clique, a crew, hanging out and stealing at the store together. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's a real organized crime, and everybody have to do their part. Everybody have to contribute. Okay, so everybody can eat. Okay, and a lot of times with these sets, it's a competitive type of thing too. Our people gotta look good. We gotta look good when we go out. We gotta, we don't supposed to look like we starving out here. And you claiming our set. So it's deep. It's for real. A former gangster disciple testified Thursday that some of the hundreds of thousands, this is real small to me, so y'all work with me, the hundreds of dollars he collected weekly in street taxes from the gang members became political money delivered to the offices of the First Century Vote. So he was collecting money from the streets, from the gang members, and giving it to the politicians and shit. Do y'all see this? The testimony at the first of the 3 scheduled trials of gang leaders was the first about what authorities have long suspected a link between the disciples and the controversial political actions committee. Fucking they working with the gangster disciples. The offices of the 21st centuries. Okay, let me stroll down a little bit. Like I said, y'all, these letters and shit is small, so work with me. Okay. Vincent Martin. I don't know if the last name Martin. I'm looking up that damn last name because every time I see Martin and Jenkins, I'm running a damn trace on their ass and the family background history and everything. So, but I don't know if that name Martin is linked to them. Okay, but Vincent Martin, a former assistant governor in the gang, who is cooperating with authorities, said B sometimes left the money in the envelope. Said he was sometimes left the money in an envelope on a desk in the 21st century envelope office on the south side. Okay, this him collecting money from the streets. This how this shit is political. Okay, the money, also called the P, came from quote unquote work. Y'all see this shit? Gang slang for drug proceeds. Okay? He told the federal jury that even 7 gang members who reported to him were required by higher ups to give him $200 a week in political money from drug profits. This shit all ties in together. Gangs, drugs, politics, higher ups, in that order. Others in similar gang positions throughout the city also were required to make political money contributions. The government has allegedly, excuse me. Do you know what the political money was for? Asked Assistant U.S. Attorney Ronald Safer. No, it wasn't my business, said Martin, who quit the gang in the late 1993. Okay, now he talking about how this shit run, how it is. Martin said mid-level gang leaders also dipped into their drug profits to pay ticket money, and that all members had to pay $1 a week in count money to add jailed associates. Okay, so this is like the police extorting them too to keep their asses out of jail. But back then, each member had to at least pay a $1 due to keep their ass covered. According to prosecutors, the ticket money went toward concert sponsored by Save the Children. Okay, so now you have the money that they make. Now I think this is what they call laundering or whatever. I'm not too sure, but it's drug money that was purchased to buy tickets and shit. And now the ticket money is going towards concert promotions and shit like that who ran by. Let's keep on. They say it was a front used to launder. Yes, I was right. Gone girl. Drug perceived by the gang. Martin testified to honor disciple leader Larry Hoover. On one of his birthdays, gang bosses asked Martin and others to contribute the value of a brick, a kilo of cocaine. Okay, so listen. Do y'all hear this shit? So they laundering money. And basically the gang gets the money back, but the money is actually coming back clean and shit. You know what I'm saying? They putting the money into concerts and they promoting these Save the Children, all these type of charity functions and shit like that. But the money is actually drug money. So now we want to know who sponsors these concerts. Who sponsored this shit? Who is the top-notch honcho person that's actually over this drug trade and money laundering business? And is that person connected to the Jenkins in any way, shape, or form? I gotta go. That's if y'all feel me, drop a 1. And I can't say too much right now, but I just want to make sure we all on the same page. I want to make sure y'all understand why, Kanika. I want y'all to understand that it is deep. It's very deep. It's money deep. We're dealing with some evil, money hungry people. Okay. Money is the root to all evil, y'all. Whenever you see something tremendously evil or just evil, normally you can always backtrack it to money. And that was really shown to me today because I was looking in every area but money. I was looking for somebody that might have got murdered, that she might have witnessed. She could have made it out of that. Okay, I don't think 3 gangs would have conspired against her because she witnessed somebody being murdered. The person that was being murdered was only on one gang, right? He couldn't be on all 3 gangs. So why would they all conspire against her? So I debunked that lie right now because all 3 gangs would not conspire against the person that because they witnessed one person. It just don't make sense. So whenever you follow a trail of evil, it always leads to money. Please believe that. Really strong on this, and I don't feel like it's the reach. I feel really, really strong with where the Lord is taking us, with revealing the material that we have to work with, and giving us spiritual discernment for the stuff that we don't see, and that we don't really have. So I just believe that we really are on a path right now, and a lot of things are going to be confirmed, maybe from other YouTubers. They might come back and confirm some stuff. People might come back and try to debunk, but the truth will always stand. It would always remain, but if you backtrack her life, if you look at, I'm telling y'all, I've been looking at her life. I've been looking at her family, her friends' life, everybody. And I know y'all have been too. You see money, you see greed, you see jealousy, you see envy. Okay. But most of all, you see a group of people who is determined to be somebody and go somewhere in life. And because they don't know the Lord or have the patience to wait on them, they will sacrifice their own child to get there. Okay. And a lot of these demons click up together and we call them gangs, organizations, secret societies. Ain't nothing but some like-minded spirits all operating together for an agenda, a secret hidden agenda. But we gonna call their asses out over here in every way, shape, or form. It took me a lot, y'all. I had to go through a lot of my life to where I'm not afraid of spirits, where I'm not afraid of standing against anything spiritually, physically. I had to go through a lot. Trust me. Okay, but I'm at the point right now where I will spiritually war against anything that try to get in the way of truth. On behalf of Kanika, I will spiritually war against it. And I believe God put me in that position because he made me strong enough and he equipped me to go to war. And I know how to fight in the spirit. Oh, y'all, I know how to fight in the spirit. Y'all just don't know. I know how to fight in the spirit. Y'all have no idea. Like, I might have a slick tongue, but y'all have not seen my spiritual warfare. I know how to battle. So I'm just ready to battle anything that getting in my way. Okay? We are going to go off into this. We're going to find out who is running and leading that drug trade because I am very, very strongly, I feel strongly about the fact that the person that called the hit was the leader of this particular drug trade. Okay. And the reason I say that because it just sounds more convincing for them to call the hit and get the vice lord involved because that was her set, that was her game. And I can't really find a strong enough reason. And I've been looking into, the device lord, try to rape her before, and that's why they called her a snitch. But I haven't had anything solid on that for me to say the vice lord orchestrated this whole thing and got the other gangs involved. No, for me, it was a GD setup, initial setup, masterminded by a chief who knows the game, who knows the street life, and who knows how to play shit smart, who's probably been a part of ambushes, setups, plots, and everything else, but decided to take it to the next level. And it was brought out and orchestrated by people, a circle of people who was closest to Kanika. That's where I'm at with it. But what we're going to do is our next live, we're going to go into this Jenkins family and to see if the Jenkins family is somehow, some way associated with this drug trade. That's where I'm at with it. And I know right now y'all probably saying I can't see the dots being connected. I couldn't either in the beginning. But the more I started trailing this shit, I'm seeing it. Okay, but it's a lab for a whole nother day. I hope y'all enjoyed this lab today. I just wanted to go ahead and go live for y'all. I picked up another hustle, so I don't come on as much. I'm a hustler. I have not, glory be to God, I have not worked for a person in about a good 12 years, maybe. I've worked on my own since the past 12 years. So I picked up another little side hustle that I'm doing, so I really don't come on as much, but I'm still in it. I'm still in it. Okay, I'm still working on finding the answers and everything. And when I have time, I'm definitely going to go live and share it with y'all. If you can, try to get in the Facebook group. I keep saying that because I can really, communicate more in there. I can drop more statuses and stuff in there. But yeah. Oh, you say you seeing it, Amelia? Yep, I'm seeing it too. We gonna call this shit out and we gonna make this shit make sense. Okay? So we're gonna go off into it. We're gonna go off into it because like I'm telling y'all, it was always something strange to me that I just couldn't let up off of, which was all these gangs being together that night at a so-called party. And these are ops, but nobody end up dead but a young girl. That have always stood out to me. Okay. And so that's the reason why I followed that trail. And this is where I'm going with it. Okay. And I really do believe if there was any family members or anybody involved, I believe that that's going to be exposed just as well. Justice for Kanika all day, every day. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all. I love y'all. Take care. I'm going to try to get back on later on. And It actually no. Just give me a couple days. I'll come back in a couple days, and that way I kind of can tie everything up. Go over, and I'm working with some more people too behind the scenes. So yeah, give me a couple days, and I'll be on here at the most. Okay, but I love y'all. Facebook name is Malika's Truth Seekers. Peace and love, everyone. Thank you, Siobhan. Love you, Siobhan. Fact No Fiction. Hashtag Fact No Fiction. GD, but I'm listening. No, Tyrone is the renegade. I never said he was a GD. He's the renegade. So keep listening, Charles. Tyrone is on his own. He a everybody killer. He'll kill his own people. He'll kill GDs, DDs, anything. He's no, he a renegade. But he is under the umbrella. Renegades are under the umbrella of GDs. So did you hear that, Charles? He is under the umbrella, but they pretty much are everybody killers. They pretty much do their own thing. So, like I said, Daddy definitely could be over the GD drug trade. You know, one of the people that's over the GD drug trade, and we do know that it is some family members that promote parties. I don't want to say too much, but so yeah, I can pretty much I can probably connect Daddy to the GD's drug trade. And that's what I'm working on right now, you know, and to this other person that I believe that's associated with Kanika's family. So, but that's all I'm going to say right now. Okay, y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. All right, y'all have a blessed day. We'll finish this off real soon.